I recently visited my local IKEA store and spotted these stunning new Pax doors. Sadly, at £120 each, they were a bit pricey for me, so I decided to make my own. In this video, I'll show you how I made these beautiful Pax doors myself. It was super easy to do and I couldn't be happier with the results. So, if you love all things DIY, please hit that subscribe button. I upload IKEA hacks, DIY guides and product reviews every week. So, let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make these doors. I'll link everything below. Bought this from B&Q. You may be able to get it online cheaper. These are £15 a sheet. They are made by this company. And I thought £15 was pretty good. All the wood as well. Everything I use I'll link below. So I went to B&Q. Obviously you can go anywhere you like. These weren't a bad price actually compared to Amazon. They were in stock. They were £2.60 I think. So I got 2 of those. And then the wood I got 3 bits of the thicker. I already had this thinner. The thicker wood is 3.6. It's 3.6 meters wide and it's 11 mil deep. And then the other one I have, I think is 0.9. So I kind of worked out, well, if I needed to get this the same thickness as this corrugated stuff. So as I put this down, it's sort of going to be almost flush. But I'll link all these bits of wood that I've used before. So basically I've got a thick wide bit and then a thinner bit, and the idea is I build a frame and I can put the polycarbonate there and then put that around so it's got a nice edge and it will just sit neatly in that little frame. And I'll probably hot glue it, to be honest. I know you can buy these little catches people use with glass, but they didn't sell those, so I thought, well, I'll just do that because it's very lightweight. I have spent £56 on the wood, 2 sheets of that, and all these bits. So this is where I'm going to lay it all out, and I'm going to start adding the dowels with my little drill. Make sure you've got the right size. I've got a 6mm drill with this. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I've got loads and loads of videos on Pax. I've built external drawers. I've built them in the hallway. If you're looking for ideas of how to customise Pax from IKEA and you like everything IKEA, do hit the subscribe button. So let's get on with what I've gone for. And I've cut them down. The size for my doors are 47 centimetres by 98. And there's 4 of each. So I've cut those down. And then I had these strips anyway. It's from the same section. The size of these they're about 2 centimetres. And about, I think it's 0.9 deep. So the idea is I'm going to build the frame with dowels, get it all glued, hold it together, and then I'll put the polycarbonate across here, and then just on the edge, just to make it slightly thicker and to hold it, I'll put that so the polycarbonate will sit here and this will go sort of like that. So it'll sit, so this will be the back like that. That's the plan. But now I'm going to sand all the bits down, make sure I'm happy with it, then I'll start adding my dowels. To do my sanding, I'm going to use my great little tool I've got. This is a rotary tool. It does so many different things, but I've got it because I thought it'd be really good if I'm going to do any sort of fine details or do sanding. You get loads of different heads and stuff. I'll link it in the description box below. Comes in a nice little case, so I'm going to use it to sand down all my little bits. It's all lining up, and I'm now going to use, I did have some wood glue but it's dried out, so I am going to use some normal nails inside to hold the dowels. I should use wood glue, but I haven't got any. I'm not going out again. Went to get it and it dried up, and get it all put together. Right, that's gluing. So what I'm going to do now, using these thin strips that I bought here, which I've just found a label actually, which is good. They are 6mm by 6mm deep by 21mm that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to overlap slightly. So this is the join here. But if I put these on a little bit longer, it'll just give it an extra bit of stability, and I'll glue these down nice and strong, and then I'll do a join there. And this will leave me this ridged bit here. I suppose you could, if you bought a thicker piece of wood, you could just router out. If you had a router, but I don't have a router, so I'm going to do that, and then actually that will, across all these joins, it will give it an extra bit of stability. So I'm going to trim them all down and then stick them on. Glued, stuck on the side bits, and I've just clamped them to hold them down. So I'm gonna let that dry for a bit. Then once they're solid, I'll then put the second strip down here. I just want them to be really, really stuck down, so I'll wait about half an hour, and then I'll put the other bits on. Okay, that's drying all nicely. I'm gonna put a bit of primer on it, and then I can put a little bit of cork just this little edge bit here where the joins are and stuff, and make it look a little bit better. So I'm going to put a little bit of prime on, and then it's going to be the hinges. So I just thought I'd give it a quick prime, and then we can work out what we're going to do next. Good morning, it's the following morning. I'm just about to start painting, so I've come into the kitchen because it's a little bit brighter in here. I'm going to be using this. I bought this and did my upstairs Pax glam station with it, and it's just a really nice colour. It's by Crown, and it just goes on really nicely. I'll pop a link to it. It's a really nice colour, best china. It's white, but it just feels like it's got a bit of depth to it. That's all I say. It's less bright white than brilliant white. It's quite a nice colour, and it goes on really, really nicely because it's part of their crafted collection. So I'm gonna pop some paint on. I did do a little bit of filling last night, and then I've just sanded it down, so it's all ready to go. So I'm gonna get on with that right now. So I have just cut these down. I just literally used a kitchen knife actually and scored it down. It's really easy to cut along the lines, a bit more tricky the other way. So they're ready to be stuck down. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get the glue gun out and just put a really neat line on the inside and get it all secured, and then we'll move on to trying to work out the hinges. So now I'm going to put the hinges on. I've worked out how to do it, it's fairly easy. Now I'm putting the doors towards the inside of this here. I am going to put a bit more paint on that. I'm actually going to finish doing this first before I attach them, but I just wanted to work out how they worked. It's fairly easy, so you just attach them like this. I've done 25cm gap from the bottom and the top. I'm just going to screw them in with the screws that came with it, and then they'll be ready to attach, which looks fairly easy, I have to say. I will unpack the handle, which hopefully will fit and will look stunning. Right, so I'm starting to hang the doors. So what I'm doing for the brackets is I'm using my little tool, and I'm sort of cutting out a section where it's going to be in. I started and I hadn't charged it. This is right at battery, so I'm going to wait for it to charge up, but it's really good. There we go. Just gouging out really a bit to put the bracket on. And then we'll screw them on. But I have as well put on these little magnets. I bought these little magnets that go on here. So when it shuts, it just holds it. These are quite lightweight doors. It just holds it like that. But yeah, I'm just cutting out a section for the hinge to go in, so I'll carry on when it's charged up. The doors are finished. I am super pleased. The hinges are so good, so easy to fit. Just screwed them into the door and then just with the little tool cut a little bit just so it didn't seem to sit right when I didn't cut it in a little bit, and then screw them in. So 2 screws in there, 2 screws in there, and you've got your hinges on. It's so much easier than brackets. I've added some trim across the bottom, you can see here, and at the top, just because I felt it looked a little bit small. These look sort of, because I've got so much detail on the door, having this little edge just made it look better. So that was like £3 for a little bit of edge, top and the bottom, and it just made it feel a bit more weighty. So the doors are made from pine, and I had a bit of a disaster actually. I bought some really nice handles that had 2 holes and the just didn't fit in properly, so I bought some filler. I bought the wrong filler, I bought flexible filler, so I've got some more filler coming so I can fill in these holes a little bit more and then sand and paint them again because that's gone a little bit AWOL. But I'm really pleased with the effect that this Perspex has on the door. I think it's really good. I've also added lighting inside. You'll see I've got a whole video about how I fit this amazing lighting, super easy. So this is also brilliant as well because they're lightweight doors. It holds it in. I didn't put one at the top because that is ample. I am going to be building the same sort of doors but full length there, and I'm going to use the different wood. I went into B&Q and looked at some other wood that they had which is smoother, because with this you are going to get the grain of the wood, which I don't mind. But I think I'll trial it a little bit differently for this one and get this other wood. I'll put it on the screen, the one I'm talking about. It's a reason, well, not that much more expensive to be primed and it's completely smooth. So I probably would use that, or you could get MDF cut into strips to make the wood if you want a really smooth finish. But this is obviously just giving you an idea of how I made them. You can use whatever material you like. But I'm really happy how they turned out. I think they look fab, and I've got a whole video actually about how I did all the trim and built all this on my channel as well. So that is the finished doors, and I like the way the lights light up as well actually. So that's it with the lights off. Looks very nice, and that's with it on. So I'm very happy with it. So there we go. Hope you found it helpful. Let me know in the comments if you're tempted to make your own doors. I am going to be making full-size doors. I'm actually going to make 3 because I'm going to have a door there, door there, door there. So do subscribe if you don't miss that, and I hope you found it helpful. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you on the next video.